Hi everyone, and welcome back to U University. I'm Dr. Kelly. How are you guys? I'm doing well. This week my sister is visiting from Nevada, so we've been catching up. We've been walking and doing some low-key things around town and the area. Yesterday we had a little excursion to the Mississippi River and to Burlington, Iowa, which is close to where I live, and that was fun. I'm going to show a little video clip so you can see Burlington, the Mississippi River, and the Great River Bridge that spans it and connects Iowa and Illinois. We also went to one of the local parks that overlooks the Mississippi, and you can see that here. Then on the way home, we stopped to see a neat historical covered bridge. This is the Henderson Bridge near Gladstone, Illinois. I love the sign at the top of it. $5 fine for leading or driving any beast faster than a walk or driving more than 30 head of cattle, mules, or horses at a time on or across this bridge. It makes me smile every time. This bridge was originally built in 1866 and was used until 1934. It was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1975, but then was destroyed in a flood in 1982. 2 years later, money was raised to restore the bridge, and now it's the featured structure in this pretty little roadside park in rural Illinois. So that was a little snippet of our adventure yesterday. Now, my sister is not a crafter. She doesn't knit or crochet or weave or anything like that, but her things are cooking and gardening. So we've been really spoiled while she's been here because she loves to cook, and she's cooked dinner with us or for us every evening. We feel like we have our gourmet chef in the house. And then the weather has been gorgeous this weekend. So in the evenings, we sit outside on the deck. I knit, she reads. It's just been really nice. Are you guys having a problem with Japanese beetles this year? You know, we have them around every year, but this year they are so much worse than they've ever been, it seems. They are eating all the plants around here and are even getting into the cornfields. So the cornfields are having to be sprayed a lot more this year. The Japanese beetle is, as the name implies, native to Japan. They arrived in the United States in New Jersey in 1916 in a shipment of tulips. And in the last 100 years, they've spread all across the U.S. to the West Coast, as well as into Canada and Mexico. They are thriving because they have no natural predators here, and controlling them with pesticides is difficult because the pesticides kill beneficial insects like bees too. And we're already having a problem with not enough bees and pollination issues, so we definitely don't want to indiscriminately kill all insects. Japanese beetles are easily identified. They're actually kind of pretty with a metallic copper-colored shell and fluorescent green head. Their abdomen has 5 tufts of hair on each side of its body. Now, the adults eat the flowers and leaf tissue of over 300 types of plants and trees. They skeletonize the leaves, eating the tissue between the veins, leaving behind lacy remnants. Once one Japanese beetle finds a food source, it emits a pheromone that attracts others from up to 5 miles away, and then they take over that plant and that whole area. They particularly like roses and linden trees. The good news is that they don't generally kill the plant, but it will look pretty ugly for the rest of the season. Apparently, the infestation is worse this year because we had a mild winter. Cold and wet weather during the spring usually kills them, but our spring wasn't very cold this year either. As long as the temperature is above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, the bugs can be active. So if you're noticing leaf skeletons around your yard, it's probably a Japanese beetle problem. So how are you supposed to get rid of them? Well, you won't be able to eliminate them completely, so you can do what you can on your property to manage them. The best thing to do, which has the least environmental impact, is to hand-pick them off your plants. Carry a bucket of soapy water and stroll around your garden in the early morning. Just knock any of the beetles you see into the bucket and they won't be coming back out. You can also get Japanese beetle traps at many garden centers, and a lot of people have these in their gardens, including some of our neighbors. The truth is that they work very well at attracting beetles to the traps. The problem is that they work too well. Study after study show that they attract far more beetles than they can catch. Consequently, they can actually draw more beetles to your yard than if you didn't use the traps at all. Chemical insecticides are available that kill adult beetles, but like I said, they also kill other insects as well. And these are effective in controlling pests, but again, they also kill bees and other beneficial insects that come into contact with it. So these aren't recommended, but if you feel you must resort to chemical insecticides, it's best to apply them in the evening and when winds are calm to minimize the adverse impact on the beneficial insects. Now, there are also some biological methods for controlling Japanese beetle larvae, which live underground. And the best time for doing this is in the late summer, so right about now. The biological controls include the use of bacteria, nematodes, and parasites, which attack the beetle larvae without the risks to beneficial insects and wildlife. They take longer to be effective, but they last longer and work better in the long run. So there's your quick lesson about Japanese beetles. Because if you're anything like us, we are completely inundated by them this year. I mean, even driving down the highway, you drive through swarms of them. Okay, so what else? Oh, last week I had an appointment with the dermatologist. I had a couple of spots on my face that I wanted him to look at. They were just some raised spots, not really moles, but he said they weren't anything serious, but they've been kind of bugging me, so he went ahead and took them off. So I have a couple of little red spots here, and if you can see that, that's what that is. And I have one kind of on my chest area. But it all went very well and only took a few minutes. I mean, my whole visit there was kind of funny. My appointment was at 3:15. I got there at 3 o'clock and checked in with the receptionist. And after I checked in, she said, "Okay, I'll take you right back." And I was like, okay. I didn't even have to sit in the waiting room. So she took me to the exam room, and instead of a chair for you to sit on like most doctor's offices have, they had a couch in there. I've never seen a couch in a doctor's exam room before, but it was very nice and comfortable. And literally 1 minute after I sat down, the doctor and a nurse came in. So it was like, wow. He looked at my spots that I wanted him to take a look at and said, okay, let's take those off. So I got up on the table, he removed them. You know, sometimes I get a little queasy at medical procedures, but I was fine on this one. It was great, especially because it was really fast. When it was all done and I left the exam room, I looked at my phone for the time and it was 3:10. So the whole thing had taken 10 minutes from the time I walked in the front door, and I was leaving 5 minutes before my appointment even was. So when does that ever happen in the doctor's office? Anyway, it's all healing really well, so no worries. Okay, you guys want to see some knitting? Well, this week I have been working on a project that has been languishing for a couple of years. It is a pair of worsted weight socks that I started back in 2015. Some of you might remember that when I was doing the U University audio podcast, we celebrated 2015 as the year of the sheep on the Chinese calendar. And every month we worked with a different breed-specific wool that year. And that was a really fun thing to do, and I enjoyed it a lot. And one of the sheep that year was Cheviot, and this was the project I started with Cheviot yarn. This pattern is called Easy Peasy Socks by Stacy Trock. It is a pattern for beginning sock knitters and calls for worsted weight yarn. A lot of sock patterns use fingering weight yarn, but I was looking for something to use with worsted weight. And I've made these socks before and really like them. They do knit up really fast because they're shorty socks, so you don't have to knit a long leg on them, and they're worsted weight, so that makes them go fast as well. They are great for wearing around the house, kind of like house slippers. I think they're probably a little too thick to wear inside shoes. At least mine are kind of too thick to wear with any of my shoes. I don't wear them with any shoes. Anyway, like I said, I like the ones I made a few years ago, so I thought I'd make another pair. But at the time, I almost finished the first sock before it was time to move on to the next month and the next sheep breed. And I just kind of forgot about them. So this week I was looking through my projects, a few old projects that I still have laying around, and I thought, yeah, I should finish these. So I finished this first sock, and I'm working on the second one. I have just turned the heel on this one, and I just need to now complete the instep, gusset, and the foot. I was kind of hoping to have it done by today, but that didn't happen. However, I would say these are in junior status and should be graduating next week. Now this yarn is 100% Cheviot wool from Jill Draper Make Stuff. The base is called Valkill, and this is the North Atlantic colorway. I love it. It is this deep teal color, and the skein is a little over 100 grams and 250 yards. Cheviot wool is very durable and has really good elasticity. The micron count is 30, and remember that microns are a measure of the individual fiber diameter, and generally the smaller the micron count, the softer the yarn. So a micron count around 30 is kind of medium. It's not as soft as merino, but there are also a lot of scratchier wools around. Now I think this Cheviot might be a little too prickly to wear around the neck, and people who are sensitive to yarns and only like the softest yarns probably won't like this kind, but I've liked working with it. I feel like every yarn has its place. Everything doesn't have to be knit in the softest yarn. There are plenty of projects that require more durable yarns like this one, and I think this is perfect for a pair of worsted weight socks. They're going to be very warm and cozy in the wintertime. Okay, the needles that I'm using for this project are a US size 5 or 3.75 millimeter, and I'm doing this project on DPNs. I don't use DPNs that often, but now that I've picked up this project again, it's moving right along. So that is, again, the Easy Peasy Socks pattern by Stacy Trock, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Today in the classroom, we're doing something fun and a little bit more informal than my usual classroom segment. I was thinking that the holiday season is on the way and people have already started shopping early. I'm the kind of person who likes to find unique and different gifts for people, kind of off the beaten path. Of course, knitters are always going to be happy with skeins of yarn, project bags, and stitch markers, but those are things you can find all over the place, in your local yarn shop, on Etsy, and other vendors online. I try to hunt down interesting things that I haven't seen before, or that haven't been talked about a lot in knitting magazines or on knitting podcasts, or maybe they were a thing a few years ago, but they haven't been mentioned in a while. And I've been collecting some items that I think would make excellent gifts for my knitting friends. Some of them you could probably even use in a swap. So today I'm going to share with you 10 gift ideas for knitters that you might even want to keep for yourself. And I think that today's items are reasonably priced, so you're not going to break the bank. And I will put links to everything I talk about today in the description box below. So first I'm going to talk about a few items of knitting related jewelry. And idea number 1 is a bracelet that holds stitch markers. And this is from an Etsy shop called The Sexy Knitter. Now, like I said, you can get stitch markers in a million places, but I love the idea that you can wear your stitch markers like charms on a bracelet. The Sexy Knitter shop on Etsy sells all kinds of themed sets. She has Wonder Woman, Game of Thrones, Doctor Who, The Avengers, pretty much any pop culture reference. Now the one I have is a Harry Potter set, and it has 17 stitch markers, including the Gryffindor lion, the Slytherin serpent, the Hogwarts school crest, and crystals in the school colors. The bracelet is made of bronze wire, and it keeps all your stitch markers from getting lost. When you need one, you just unhook the bracelet and slide one off. I think this bracelet is so pretty. The price was only $17 and shipping was super fast. I received the bracelet like 2 days after I ordered it, so kudos to the sexy knitter for that. Now this would be a very cute and nice gift, and I'm sure you can find one in the Sexy Knitter shop to suit your recipient's individual likes. Okay, my second gift idea is another bracelet, but this one is made out of old aluminum straight knitting needles. Now, I've seen old knitting needles made into bracelets where someone bends the knitting needles into a circle, which is neat, but this vendor takes it a step further and actually uses metalworking process to hammer the knitting needles flat and then shape them into spiral bracelets. So this is a smashed knitting needle bracelet by Smashing Jewelry. Christine Marie Davis is the artist behind this brand. And these bracelets come in all different colors, and you can choose which color you want. I also love that they come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, depending on how big your hand is. Now, I ordered a large, which was maybe a little too big, but I adjusted it, and now it's perfect. She even gives you a little pamphlet that tells you how to adjust the size. I really love the look of this bracelet. It's really sturdy and texturized, very attractive. I think that it's great that they're recycled from old knitting needles that might end up in the landfill, and something stylish is being made out of it. It would look great if you wore 2 or 3 of these together. You could make this cool boho look that she showcases on her website. Now, in addition to ordering these bracelets, you can also order other styles that include fun embellishments like smashed metal buttons. You can also order sets of them so you have a bunch to wear together. Now, the single bracelet like this costs $28. And that vendor again is Smashing Jewelry. Okay, gift idea number 3 is this simple little sterling silver ring made by Leslie Wind on Etsy. And it's not just a ring, it actually doubles as a cable needle. So this is another knitting tool that you can wear, and then when you need to use it, just slip it off and knit your cables. Now this cable needle ring can only handle cables consisting of a few stitches. Obviously, it's not going to be big enough for cables with larger stitch counts. It is a size 0 needle, so it would be great for socks, but you can also use it for larger needle sizes as well. Now, when you order the ring, you have to specify the ring size that you want. I ordered a size 9 so I could wear it on my thumb. They do run a little large and can be adjusted a bit to make them a little larger or smaller. The tips are not super sharp. They're blunt, rounded, and polished. But you probably don't want to wear this ring every day because it will catch on your clothes as you're moving around, just because of the way it's constructed with the tips kind of poking out. But that configuration of the ring and tips is helpful when you go to use it as a cable needle. Now the cost of this ring is $20. And one of the neat things is that Leslie gives discounts for group orders. So if you and your friends at Knit Group want to order together, and the order has to go to a single address, you can each save some money. I think this would be a nice gift for a knitting friend. And again, that is a sterling silver cable needle ring by Leslie Wind on Etsy. Okay, idea number 4 is my last jewelry item for a knitting gift. And this is a cute little pin by Doodle on Etsy. The pin is made of enamel, and the design is hand-drawn by Kate, the proprietress of Doodle. The pin is an adorable young woman knitting, and the ball of yarn is a separate pin attached with a small chain. The pin is $15 from the Doodle Etsy shop. Now, she suggests wearing this on the 2 sides of a collar on a button-up shirt. But really, you could wear it as a brooch. There are also a number of other styles of pins in this shop. I think any of them would be a charming gift for a knitting friend and something that's different, unique, and everybody doesn't have one. So if you're looking for a distinctive gift, you might consider this little collar clip from Flapperdoodle. My fifth gift idea is something that we often buy as a gift for our knitting friends: handmade soap and lotion. Now, I have found a lot of beautiful, great smelling products that I've given as gifts, but I recently ran across a vendor that I hadn't heard of before, and they sell handmade soap and lotion specifically for knitters. The online shop is called Alsatian Soaps and Body, and the owner is Kathy Bray. The item that initially caught my attention was this glycerin soap in the shape of a cable knit mitten. How cute is this? And I think the packaging is so sweet. The shipping was very fast as well. These mitten soaps come in 3 different colors: blue, green, or white, and all are equally adorable. Be aware that they are scented. The fragrance is called teakwood and fern, and I think it's very pleasant, but I know some people are sensitive to fragrances, and I didn't see any unscented ones on their website, but I bet if you contact Kathy, she can make some for you that are unscented. These cute little soaps are only $8, and you can also get them in a knitter's gift set where it comes with a hand salve and muslin bag for $20. So very reasonably priced. This would be something I would totally include in a swap package. Now, on their website, they have a variety of other products to choose from, and other soaps include one for sewists that is in the shape of a spool of thread, and that's super cute as well. On a related note, gift idea number 6 is another product that I purchased from Alsatian Soaps and Body, which is this handmade lotion bar called Knitter's Hands. This is also so cute. It is stamped with the image of a yarn ball, and I love the creamy formula of this lotion bar. If you've never used a lotion bar, it's basically a solid form of lotion, and you just take it out of the tin and rub it between your hands. The warmth of your hands will melt the bar a little bit and release some of the lotion onto your hands. And then you put the bar down and rub the lotion into your hands. It's great for travel because it's a small size and it's not liquid, so you don't have to worry about putting it in your little Ziploc bag with your, when you're going through security. You can carry it right in your purse, and the tin is very sturdy, so it's not going to get squashed. If you are like me, I always have some kind of hand lotion on. So these lotion bars are very, very handy. Now, the Knitter's Hands lotion bar comes in 8 different fragrances. I tried the sandalwood rose, and I really like the smell of that, but it also comes in an unscented version for people who might be sensitive to scented things. The lotion bars are $10, which includes the tin, and you can also buy refills of just the lotion bar by itself for $7. So when the lotion bar runs out, you can keep the tin and just buy a refill and put it in here. I really like that aspect of the product too. So yeah, I love the Alsatian soaps and lotions as gift ideas. They are not that expensive. They're small, portable, and unique. And I know there are a lot of soaps and lotion bars out there that are marketed to knitters, but I have never seen a soap as cute as that little mitten. And I like that the lotion bar is also embossed with a knitting theme, the yarn. All right, gift idea number 7 is this Knitter's Eye Chart poster by ILiveOnAFarm.com. Now, I know this has been out for a few years, but I have not seen it mentioned in a while, so I thought I would include it here because it's really fun and it makes me smile every time I see it. The poster is 12 by 18 inches and features knitting pattern instructions in the form of an old-fashioned eye chart. The paper is good quality and thick and has a nice finish on it. You could hang it on your wall like a poster or even frame it. And there are 3 different knitting posters to choose from on their website, and there's even one for crochet. This would be a great gift for yourself or for friends who like quirky, playful things. The posters are $25 each, although you might be able to find at least one of them on sale. This one was on sale on Hazel Knit's website for $15, but they only had a few left. So I will put links to both websites. ILiveOnAFarm.com, where you can get all of the different versions, and Hazel Knits, which I think only has this one that I got. I'll put those links to those websites in the information box below. My next gift idea, which is number 8, is actually free. It is this Knit Doodle paper by Laylock Knitwear Designs. On their website, they have all kinds of free knitting-related downloadables in PDF format, and one of them is this knitting paper. This paper is kind of like the knitting graph paper you can buy, but this grid is actually in the shape of knit stitches. The download consists of 4 sheets, 2 in a larger gauge and 2 in a smaller gauge. And for each gauge, one sheet has a portrait orientation and the other has a landscape orientation. So what do you do with this Knit Doodle paper? Well, you just knit on paper, color in different designs on the stitches represented on the paper, or you can use it to create your own knitting designs. If you know someone who's a budding designer or even an established designer, or really I think any knitter might enjoy this, you basically color in the squares and make designs out of it. Then, if you want to go ahead and knit that design, it's all laid out for you, almost like a chart. It would be super helpful for designing fair isle items like sweater patterns, hat patterns, even Christmas stockings. You know, a lot of people knit Christmas stockings for their grandchildren and include their name on the stocking, and coloring in the name on this grid on the paper would make it easier to know how to knit that name into your knitting. Also, you might want to try out different color combinations to see which one you like the best. And you do this before you actually knit the item, so it might save you having to rip out an entire project because you ended up not liking the color combo. So this paper is great for project planning as well. So again, this is free Knit Doodle paper by Laylock Knitwear Design. And one idea I had for giving this paper as a gift is to take it over to your local copy center and have some copies made of each page, and then have them spiral bind these pages with a pretty cover on it. It would look like a notebook, but it would be all these design pages, and I bet it would only cost a few dollars. You also might want to check out the other downloadable PDF files on the Laylock Knitwear Design website. They have some neat gift tags that you can download, a knitting calendar, and a knitter's doodle font. That's really fun. All are free downloads, so they would be cost-effective, fun gifts to give to your knitter friends or to keep for yourself. And it's instant. You can download it right now, so you don't have to pay for shipping or wait for it to arrive in the mail. It is something you can put together today if you're in a pinch for a gift. My 9th gift idea is this completely adorable slipper kit that I purchased from Joe's Toes. They are in the UK, but shipping was unbelievably fast. I got the package within like a week. I got the kit for the Sam slippers, and it comes with the pattern, the yarn, felt soles, and coordinating wax thread for assembling the slippers. They even include a tapestry needle. They have a UK website and a US website, so that makes ordering easier wherever you happen to be. There are quite a few different options available on their website. You can buy ready-made slippers, or you can buy a kit, and there are several different kits offered. Like I said, the one I bought is called the Sam slippers, and it's unisex, which I think is great for gifting. It would be appropriate, obviously, for either a man or a woman. There are 6 different color choices for this kit, and the yarn you use for the slippers is Malabrigo Rasta, which is a lovely bulky weight yarn that is very soft and squishy. The colorway I got is called Reflecting Pool, and it is this beautiful dark teal blue-green. Now, the fun thing about this kit is that you could give this kit to your knitting friend for them to knit up, or you could knit it up yourself and make the slippers and then give them to your friend. You know, sometimes it's fun to give your knitting friends a knitted gift because we don't tend to give each other knitted items. We figure that, oh, that person knows how to knit, so I'll give them the yarn. Or we give them some tools to use in their knitting, like stitch markers or project bags. But as knitters, we less often receive a knitted item as a gift. So don't forget that knitters also enjoy when they receive knitted items as gifts. In fact, they might enjoy these gifts more than others. Now, when you order these slipper kits, you'll need to know what size shoe your friend wears because you have to order the right size soles. And the kit comes in 8 different sizes, including both women's and men's shoe sizes. And note that if you're on the US site, the shoe sizes are US sizing. If you're on the UK site, the shoe sizes are in UK sizing. This kit runs $45 and shipping to the US was only $6. They also ship around the world. And like I said, the package came really fast, like in a week. Okay, so now we are down to gift idea number 10. And my last gift idea is a pattern book that I love because it is full of knitted gift ideas. It is called Knitted Gifts, Irresistible Projects to Make and Give by Ann Budd. And you can get it on Amazon for $12. But I also noticed that you can find it in other places for a lot less than that used. So if you do a Google search, you might be able to find it for a couple of dollars even. This book was published back in 2009, so it's an oldie but goodie. And I thought I would revisit it here because I haven't heard people talking about it lately, and it is chock full of almost 40 different patterns that would be appropriate for a variety of gifting occasions. There are socks and baby things. There are things for the house like pillows and napkin rings. Some items are felted. The patterns range from small items like a headband to more complex things involving Fair Isle and lace. So if you're wanting to make some gifts but need a little inspiration, this book would be perfect for you. And again, that is Knitted Gifts, Irresistible Projects to Make and Give by Ann Budd. Well, that brings us to the end of today's show. I hope you've enjoyed this little list of gift ideas for knitters and even non-knitters. With the holiday season coming up, I know people are starting to think about and plan out their gift giving and knitting. So let me know if you found these ideas useful. I've actually got several more gift ideas that I could share with you, but I only could include 10 ideas here because of time constraints. So let me know if you're interested in seeing other gift idea videos in the future. Leave me a note in the comment section below. And also let me know if you have any interesting gift ideas for knitters, because why not share our great ideas with each other? I'm always eager to read your thoughts and reactions on my videos, so please share them in that comment section below. And as always, please comment if you have any questions about today's show, or if you have an idea for what you'd like to see on future episodes, or if you'd like to see a product tested. Leave your suggestions in the comment section below. I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm thinking that next time, maybe I'll talk about another summer fiber. I talked about linen a few weeks ago, and another yarn that gets a lot of use in the summer in hot weather is cotton. So it might be time to talk about cotton yarn. Where does it come from? How is it made? What are the different types? What are their qualities? So I hope you'll join me for that discussion. I think you might find it pretty interesting. And until then, stay smart and have a sparkly week.